Good morning, dear students. Welcome to mathematics session. In the last classes, we were studying about the lesson Understanding Quadrilaterals. We studied about the quadrilaterals, most of the factors and the different types of quadrilaterals we came across already, isn't it? But some special parallelograms are there. Parallelograms, the square, rectangle, all we studied, but some special parallelograms. Under parallelogram, they will come. Those are, first one is rhombus. Let us take up one by one in detail, little bit detail, and their special properties also. Rhombus is a parallelogram anyway. It has all the properties of a parallelogram. But one more special property is there. The diagonals of a rhombus are perpendicular bisectors of one another. Diagonals, you know children, they bisect perpendicularly with one another. So, how we can understand that? For example, here, this portion, if it is given as O, point O, EO is equal to OI, CO is equal to OR. These portions are equal, children. Remember that, this property. The diagonals of a rhombus are perpendicular bisectors of one another. They are perpendicular bisectors. They are perpendicular to each other and then they are bisecting each other. That means that how we can understand here CR and EI are the diagonals, children. You know. Isn't it? Alright, now which are the portions which are equal here? EO is equal to OI because they are perpendicular bisectors, means that EO is equal to OI, CO is equal to OR. In that way we have to understand. So this property is very important property of a rhombus. Rhombus is nothing but we can have the shape of a diamond shape. Diamond, children, diamond. In that shape we can somewhat we can understand a rhombus. So let us take up using this property how we can solve this sum. Let us see. RICE is a rhombus. Here given RICE is a rhombus. Let us take up this example under this the heading, that is the property of rhombus. This special property of rhombus. All the properties of parallelogram it has already, children, but this is the special property of a rhombus. Now RICE is a rhombus. Find X, Y and Z. Here you can observe, I hope, this is X, Y and Z. These are we have to find out using this property. In a rhombus, RICE, now EO is equal to X, children. Correct? They gave. We have to find out EO is equal to X. But we know that OI is equal to EO, right? OI is equal to EO because they are perpendicular bisectors. They are perpendicular bisectors. Diagonals bisect. Diagonals we can write in that way, that is diagonals bisect. Diagonals bisect, children. This reason you can give for this. Rather than this you can write this. Diagonals bisect. Therefore OI is equal to EO. But OI is how much? OI is equal to 5. Therefore EO is also equal to 5. One portion we got. Therefore, this indicates X is equal to 5. One portion over, children. Isn't it? One portion answer over. Yes. Next, Y we have to go for. Here observe, children. Here same again. OR is equal to OC. Again diagonals bisect, children, here. Also, what we have? Also here in the diagram, OR is equal to Y. But what happens there? But OR is equal to OC. And OC is equal to how much, children? OC they gave here, it is 12. This implies that, why? What is the reason for this? What is the reason you can write, children? Diagonals bisect. Diagonals bisect here. This is the reason you can give here. OR is equal to OC. Why? Diagonals bisect. Therefore, what happened, children? OC is equal to 12. Therefore, OR is also equal to 12. That implies Y is equal to 12. Again, one more unknown we found out. Right? Am I right? Yes. Next, we have to find out what? Z. Here Z is here. You can observe, I think, children. Clearly observe. It is here Z. Z is here. You can observe. So, Z, how to find out? What is one more property of a rhombus? In a rhombus, all the sides are equal. The length of all the sides are equal in a rhombus. So, here they gave one of the sides of the rhombus. It is 13. Observe, children, here. It is 13 here. So, Z also must be equal to 13 because Z is equal to IR. It is a side of a rhombus. Side of a rhombus. But ER is equal to 13 implies that ER is equal to RI. Therefore, what is there? Therefore, RI is equal to 13. RI means that implies Z is equal to 13. This is one more we have to find out, children. That is one more part of it. Yes. 3 properties we used here, children. ER is equal to RI. ER is equal to RI because sides of a rhombus. Sides of a rhombus. You can write that. Sides of a rhombus. That is the reason for that. So, Z is equal to IR. Z is equal to IR. Correct. IR is a side of a rhombus. But all the sides are equal. Sides of a rhombus are equal. Therefore, ER is equal to 13. One of the sides gave. So, we can write that RI is equal to also 13. That is Z is equal to 13. Hope you understood this sum. Children, let us know one more special type of parallelogram. First one is rhombus. We studied about it and an example is solved. Now let us go for a rectangle. It is also a special type of special parallelogram. The diagonals of a, what is a property, children? Rectangle. It contains all the properties of a parallelogram. Along with that, one more property is there. The diagonals of rectangle are of equal length and bisect each other. The diagonals of a rectangle are of equal length, children. Always remember, this is a rectangle. For example, RENT is a rectangle. In this rectangle, the diagonals are equal. Always remember. Whereas, rhombus, as earlier studied, the diagonals bisect each other, but the diagonals are not equal, children. Diagonals are not equal, but they bisect each other. When the two diagonals are drawn in a rhombus, they bisect each other, that's all. But in rhombus, the diagonals will not be equal. But whereas in the case of a rectangle, the diagonals are of equal length. Here, which are the diagonals? Can you tell me? ET and RN are the diagonals. They are equal and bisect each other, children. They bisect each other also. The diagonals are equal and when two diagonals are drawn, they bisect each other. So, RO is equal to ON, OT is equal to OE. In that way, whatever here, one mark is made here, this shows that this portion is equal to this portion is equal to this portion, OR is equal to ON, OT is equal to OE. But can you tell me whether these all the four parts are equal? Can be equal? Can it be equal? Yes, I say. Why they are equal, children? Because as we know, the diagonals are equal, their halves are equal. Correct? The diagonal, this equal to this. ET is equal to RN. So, their halves are equal means all these four parts are there, no children? Those are equal. So, here OT is equal to ON is equal to OE is equal to OR in the case of rectangle. All the four parts are equal in case of rectangle because the diagonals are equal and they bisect each other in the case of rectangle. Now, let us solve one sum there. Example 2. RENT is a rectangle. Its diagonals meet at O. We wrote here it is a point where the diagonals meet, point O. Find X. Here we have to find out the X here. Where is X here? 3x plus 1. They marked this portion as 3x plus 1 and this portion RO as 2x plus 4, children. Find X they gave. OR given 2x plus 4. OT given 3x plus 1. So we have to find out X. Now let us go for solution. In rectangle, RENT, in rectangle RENT, ET is equal to RN, right? ET is equal to RN, children. ET is equal to RN. Why? The diagonals of a rectangle. Diagonals of a rectangle are equal. So, they are equal, no? Yes. The diagonals of a RENT is a rectangle. So, their diagonals are equal. Then, half of ET is equal to half of RN. Correct, no children? Obviously, their halves are also equal. If full is equal, their halves are also equal. Always it is a common sense, isn't it, children? If full length is equal, their halves are also equal. Axioms are there. Axioms. In axioms we studied. In mathematics, axioms are there which tells us if full is equal, if wholes are equal, their halves are equal. Their halves. So, here their halves, half of ET, which one? Half of ET, OT I can tell. Half of ET is OT here. Can you tell me? Is it right? Am I right, children? Yes, half of ET is equal to OT. And here half of RN is equal to RO. But these portions, all the four portions are equal, I told, isn't it? These two are equal, children, isn't it? OT is equal to RO we got. OT is equal to RO we got. This portion is equal to this portion. So, what is OT here? OT is given as, therefore, OT is given as 3x plus 1. And OR or RO, both are one and the same. Please note, children, both are one and the same. RO or OR, both are same. 3x plus 1. RO is equal to how much? RO is equal to 2x plus 4. This now in the form of linear equation. Already we dealt with this type of linear equations. What we have to do here? We have to bring all the unknowns to one side, numbers to one side, constants to one side. Let us do that. 3x. Bring this 2x to left hand side, LHS. While bringing so, its sign changes, it becomes minus 2x. Is equal to, here what remains? 4. As it is, bring this 1 to right hand side, that becomes minus. 3x minus 2x, children, 1x or x. 4 minus 1, 3. In this way, we can solve this type of sums. So, we have to understand the sum in this way. We must know this property. The diagonals of a rectangle are equal and they bisect each other. They are bisecting each other. Diagonals bisect each other. So their halves are also equal. Diagonals, here you can write the reason also. Diagonals bisect each other. Children, please remember all the four portions of a rectangle are equal because the diagonals of a rectangle are of equal length and bisect each other. So, using that property, we can solve this sum. So, OT, half of ET is OT, isn't it, children? And half of RN is RO. So, when we equate them, these two portions, we get the value of X, which we need. Understood, no? Yes. Next, let us move on to another special type of the parallelogram, that is a square. All the properties of a parallelogram, it will suit all the properties of a parallelogram, including the opposite sides are parallel, opposite angles are equal, opposite the diagonals, and one more property about diagonals. When we come, we have to know more about it. The diagonals of a square are perpendicular bisectors of each other. Children, observe here, they are the perpendicular bisectors of each other. So we can understand that they are the perpendicular bisectors of each other. In rectangle, they are bisect each other. The diagonals bisect each other, that's all. But whereas in a square, they bisect perpendicular to each other. That is the thing you have to understand. Here in this, the square, BELT, observe children. The diagonals, which are the diagonals here? ET is the diagonal, BL is a diagonal. When these two meet at O, they bisect each other at perpendicular to each other. Observe children here, they are perpendicular to each other. You can observe here. They bisect perpendicular to each other. The diagonals bisect perpendicular to each other. This you have to understand. So, they bisect each other perpendicularly. I hope you understood this concept. So, diagonals are equal as usual and their portions, all the four portions are equal and they are perpendicular to each other, children. That is the thing you have to note here in the case of square. This is one more property of a square. I hope you understood this concept. Yes, next let us try to solve exercise 4.4. How to do this sums. Let us go one by one. First one given, children, state whether true or false. Exercise 4.4. When you open your textbook while looking at the video, open your textbook and keep with you and look at it. State whether true or false. All rectangles are squares. All rectangles cannot be squares, children. All the squares may be rectangles, but all the rectangles are not squares. So, it is a false. We have to write it as false. It is false, children, isn't it? Yes. Next, B. All rhombuses are parallelograms. Just now we studied special parallelograms. Under that heading, we studied about rhombus. So, all rhombuses are parallelograms. It is obviously true. It is obviously true, children. Yes. Next, C. All squares are rhombuses and also rectangles. A square is a rhombus. All the sides are equal and all the angles are equal and also they are equal to 90 degree like rectangles. So, all squares are rhombuses and also rectangles. So, it is also true, children. Yes. when we deeply study about the properties of all the quadrilaterals or parallelograms like squares, rhombus, rectangle, kite and all, we can write easily. Next D. All squares are not parallelograms. All squares are obviously parallelograms, but they gave here not parallelograms, so it is a false. It is false. Next, let us go for E. All kites are rhombuses, children. All kites are rhombuses. Here they gave all kites are rhombuses. It is also false. All kites are not rhombuses, isn't it? In a rhombus, all the sides are equal, but whereas in a kite, all the sides are not equal, children. Adjacent sides only equal. We studied while studying the properties of a kite. Next one. So, E is a false. Next, F. All rhombuses are kites. This is true. All rhombuses are kites. Yes, children. Rhombus, all the sides are equal, but adjacent sides are anyway equal, like a kite. So, all rhombuses are kites. True. It is true. Next, G. All parallelograms are trapeziums. All parallelograms are trapeziums. Yes, it is a trapezium because in a trapezium, what is the special property of a trapezium? At least one pair of sides are parallel. So that satisfies parallelogram, isn't it? In a parallelogram, both the pairs are the parallel. But in a trapezium, to become a trapezium, it's enough. One pair is parallel. So, all parallelograms are trapeziums. It's true. Next, H. All squares are trapeziums. It's also true because squares are there, no? In a square also, opposite sides are parallel. In a trapezium, one pair, at least one pair is parallel. So, that satisfies here. So, all squares are trapezium. Obviously, it's true. Right, no? Next. Identify all the quadrilaterals. Next, second main I am going for. Identify all the quadrilaterals that have four sides of equal length. All the four sides are of equal length. You can name four sides equal in which one? In a square also you get. In a rhombus also you get. Correct? All the four sides are equal. In a square also, in a rhombus also, all the four sides of equal length. But in a rectangle it is not possible. In a trapezium also it is not possible, children. So we can get all the four sides of equal length in a square and a rhombus. Next, four right angles. In which one we are getting four right angles? In which one all? We are getting in a rectangle. We are getting all the four sides as a 90 degree. Right angle means what? 90 degree. And also in a square, we get all the angles 90 degree. It's true, isn't it? So, four right angles we get in a rectangle and in a square. Next, let us go for third main. Explain how a square is a quadrilateral. A square is a quadrilateral because it has four sides. That you have to write. First sentence. A square is a quadrilateral because it has four sides. Next, it's a parallelogram. Opposite sides are parallel. In a square, the opposite sides are parallel. It's a rhombus. In a square, why it is called as a rhombus? A square is also a rhombus. Why? All the sides are equal. All the sides are equal. And in a rectangle, how we can say that a square is a rectangle? A square has all the angles equal to 90 degree, or in a square all the angles are right angles. In that way you can write the answer for each. Okay. Next, let us move on to fourth main there. Name the quadrilaterals whose diagonals bisect each other. You have to name the quadrilateral whose diagonals bisect each other. In which all diagonals bisect each other? In a parallelogram anyway we can say. And in a rhombus, as we studied. In a rhombus, the diagonals bisect each other, and in a square and in a rectangle, the diagonals bisect each other. In which and all quadrilaterals, diagonals bisect each other, children? Parallelogram, a rhombus, square and a rectangle. Next, moving on to second one. The diagonals are perpendicular bisectors of each other. In which and all we get the perpendicular bisectors of each other? In a square and in a rhombus. In a rhombus, as we studied earlier, the diagonals bisect each other. That is the special property of that rhombus, isn't it? And in a square also, they are the perpendicular bisectors of each other, children. Next, name the quadrilateral whose diagonals are equal. Whose diagonals are equal? In which one we get all the two diagonals equal? In a square and in a rectangle. In a square, the diagonals are equal, and in a rectangle, diagonals are equal. I hope you understood all the points here. In exercise 4.4, you have to do from first main to fourth main. Only first main to fourth main. Fifth and sixth need not do, children. Okay? Fifth and sixth main need not do. From first main to fourth main, you have to complete your notes, and you have to do this in your notebook. I hope you understood. Hints I have given. You have to do that in your notebook. Thank you. With this, we complete this lesson, children. Understanding quadrilaterals. In this lesson, we studied about the simple closed curves, non-simple curves, and important about polygons and different types of polygons and their names, regular and irregular polygons, convex and concave polygons, angle sum properties, how to find out the angle sum properties of various polygons we studied, and we studied about the exterior angles and how to find out each exterior angle of polygons using formulae we studied, and the sums related to that we discussed, and we dealt with the kinds of quadrilaterals. Under that kinds of quadrilaterals, some special parallelograms are studied, like rhombus, rectangle and a square and their properties. And problems are solved related to those properties. And also we discussed about how to complete the exercise 4.4. The last exercise of that lesson also we discussed. So here we complete the lesson, chapter 4, Understanding Quadrilaterals. Thank you.